Hello, I'm Gareth.
And I'm Shane, and welcome to Building Business Resilience.
This is a podcast from Sanctuary Financial Planning, which helps growth business owners and social media influencers achieve financial independence.
We're two passionate financial planners on a mission to seek out new ideas, tips and tricks to help you take control of your finances and run better businesses.
We delve into the true goals and aspirations of our guests in order to provide you with some real value and positivity.
Nothing outrageous, clear, simple, solid financial solutions. We also have a YouTube series to accompany this, and details will be at the end of the show. So let's move on to our guest.
So we're back. Financial Planning Week this week, Shane?
Yes, a week of promoting of financial planning.
Interesting one. I've read a few comments recently from people I guess not really understanding what financial planning is. I think the idea of Financial Planning Week is probably to try and highlight that a bit, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think everyone probably doesn't understand what planning is, financial planning is. I think a lot of people might think it's only those that are wealthy or affluent that it applies to, but I think making it very simple, I think financial planning is to take the financial out of it and just say it is planning. Planning your lifestyle to create a dream, a goal, or an aspiration that will be in the short, medium, or long term, and having somebody there that is, I suppose, qualified to assist you in the financial department of getting that up and running.
Yeah, I think the big thing, having read some of the comments on social media, which is, as we know, the font of all knowledge, especially Twitter. And I have a love-hate relationship with Twitter as it is, but that's a totally different story altogether. But I think there is a slight misconception that financial planning is potentially for the older generation, when actually a financial plan can be as simple as planning to buy your first house.
Yeah.
Putting your plans in place for that. It's like anything. I think you used the analogy before with regards to coaching, which you'll probably touch on now. Everyone needs some sort of coach, some sort of direction in what they're doing.
Yeah, I think that you could use maybe a new analogy of, do you remember in the days when people used to go on holidays? I think people would go into travel agents, and the travel agent was the travel planner. You could do it all yourself, but people prefer to go in and get the guidance of a specialist in that field to tell them the best places to go to, the best routes to go to, the best things they can do there. Because most people will go in a bit like a dream and go, I want to go to Mauritius, I want to go to Vegas, I want to go wherever it may be. And they can decide, do they want to go from Heathrow, do they want to go on a boat, and all that. So that, making a plan for a journey still involves a planner. And even breaking it down further, once you're on that journey, you're going from A to B. So let's say you're going from Heathrow to New York. The person that's bringing you there, the pilot, they know the starting point, they know the end point, they know the direction they're going, but along the way there is going to be potentially turbulence, and the flight path might be slightly changed. And they can make amendments during that journey, a bit like on a financial goal. But it doesn't mean that they need to change their goal or anything like that. There just may need to be an in-air adjustment to allow them to achieve their goal of getting to the destination in the future. So I suppose you have to put it in simple terms for people to understand that financial planning isn't necessarily that difficult. It's not about people that are wealthy. It's not about old people. It's about helping people plan the journey in life, whatever age they are.
Yeah. And I know there'll be people who will probably say, well, I can do that myself, and I can, but you just use the holiday travel agent analogy. They can say, well, I can go and book the holiday myself. I can do it cheaper. I can do it myself. But the idea of an agent or a planner is to sometimes stop you staying in those unsavory areas, protecting you, and probably doing the little things that you don't always think about when you go for the cheaper option.
Yeah, cheap is not necessarily always best. And it's like everything in life. You bring your car to a mechanic. You get your boiler serviced by British Gas. You get, your garden done by a gardener. You get your house extension done. Everyone is a professional in their specialist in their own field. Everyone can do the vast majority of stuff themselves, or they can Google it or YouTube a video to watch how to do it. But sometimes people just need to have somebody there as a guiding light to, you've used it a few times, to make sure that they don't do the wrong thing at the wrong time for the wrong reasons. And as long as you have almost an accountability person, as in your planner, hopefully that will mean that you stick to the goal that you set up, or the plan to achieve the goal, i.e. saving every month. Well, if you're accountable to somebody, then if you stop saving, they may say, look, you're not going to achieve your goal now. So I think the planning thing isn't just, making a plan with all of this money. The plan is what you want your life to look like, and how you make the short, medium, and long-term goals achievable, but aspirational as well, with the help of a planner who can work the figures out for you using sophisticated technology.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that does come back to the age-old thing that we talk about a lot, is that, you need to use a professional. Professionals, most people have coaches for different things, whether it be a nutritional coach, a physiotherapist, I guess you would class as a coach. They have these things in place. And I've been listening to audiobook James Haskell's new book, which is quite interesting. He gives an example in there that you wouldn't go to your dentist to have your hair cut.
Yeah.
And that comes back to the fact that some of the players on an England tour listened to the kit man about investing in some sort of oil investment, and they all lost their money. And he said, well, what do you expect? You wouldn't have your hair cut by your dentist. So go to a professional who's in there, not the kit man. So I think there's a lot to be kind of said about having a planner, having a professional in your kind of life, just to guide you in the right direction. It is to stop you doing the wrong things.
I think you can almost throw into the equation. A financial planner doesn't necessarily have all of the answers. A financial planner can almost be a person who can put you in the right direction, i.e. if something that you haven't got is required, a will, a power of attorney, a good accountant, and things like that. So a financial planner doesn't, I think, necessarily have to have all the answers. It can just push you in directions to achieve the other formal stuff that you need as well.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. So I think, albeit I think Financial Planning Week is not going to be seen by everyone, but I do think it's something that people should consider and shouldn't just think, well, I can do that myself, because it isn't just about investing your money with Hargreaves Lansdown to try and get the best return. It's the emotional side. It is about looking at what your true plans, goals, needs, wants, aspirations are. And it doesn't have to be your retirement date in 40 years' time. That doesn't just have to be the plan. There are other things. You might think, well, I don't really have many plans or goals in my life. But if you actually really dig down, I think we all do.
Everyone does. And the highlighting the fact that this is Financial Planning Week. Yes, people can see on our social media that we're offering free chats during this week. But I say to anyone, look, if you don't know us, give us a call. If you chat to somebody else, normally go and chat to them. Make this week the week that you kind of put a line in the sand and get that communication started. Make that plan, whether it be with us or anyone else, but just agree to start the ball rolling of finding somebody to talk to assist with the next 10, 15, 20, 30, maybe even 40 years of your life. And after that, even legacy planning. So it isn't just, waiting until you get a lump sum of money or you get near retirement. Start planning now, be it with ourselves or whoever it may be. Just chat to somebody that is professional in that field.
So what do you need to do next? If you want to try and find a financial planner, you need to look around locally to you, and don't just dive straight in with the first person. Kind of ask them a couple of questions. How do they plan for their clients? What do they do? What is their process? And another thing is, if they lead with, we sell investments and pensions, that's not planning. It should start with the plan, the process, and then, if needed, a product. Because it's not always about a product, because none of us woke up in the morning and decided we wanted to go and buy an ISA. There needs to be a reason why you can be saving that money. So I think that's one of the kind of things you need to kind of look out for, is speak to the planner or advisor and just find out what their process is, and find out if they have your kind of true interest, goals, needs, wants, aspirations in mind, and not just trying to sell you a product.
Yeah, if you know what your dream is, it's very easy to work backwards and work out steps to achieve your dream. If you just talk about money at the outset, if it has no relevance to your life, or a goal or a dream, it's very hard to attach that to anything tangible. So work backwards. But whatever you do, just go and find somebody this week. Just start the ball rolling. Just start talking to people.